Hello everyone, welcome to a video lecture on Module 3, that is Certification and Non-Ferrous Foundry Practice. So these are the contents of the Module 3, that is Introduction to Certification Process, Manipulation Process, Certification Variables, Direction, Certification and its need in casting, methods, factors controlling directional certification, declassification in liquid metals and methods, casting defects, advantages, limitations of casting process. So before we sing certification process, it is comes under in the sand casting process. Already we discussed about the casting process and different steps involved in the sand casting process. Just briefly, once again I will explain here. See, manufacturing process, a oldest manufacturing process is the casting process. It is nothing but pouring of liquid metal, that we call as the molten metal, into a mold cavity. How to make the mold cavity? By using pattern. Pattern is nothing but the replica of the product or casting that we want, and allowing it to solidify. Solidify is nothing but cooling the that mold to obtain the final castings. This is all about the meaning of casting process. In that we have the different steps. The first one is the making a mold cavity. A material is first liquefied by properly heating it in the suitable furnace. So as we know, to collect the scrap material, that is the form of solid, collect in the furnace. By heating the furnace, it is converted into molten form. Okay. Now that molten metal is poured into the molding box. So that is liquid. The molten is poured into a prepared molding cavity. Allowed to solidify means to cool it. Product is taken out of the mold cavity, trimmed and made to shape. After solidification, take that product outside and remove its extra products. Then we get the required shape. The following are the some casting operations, that is preparation of molds of patterns. So first prepare the patterns. The pattern material, it may be wood, wax or metal. The required shape of the object can be produced by using first pattern. Okay. Melting and pouring of the liquefied metal. To prepare the molten metal here by using furnaces. Then that molten metal poured into the molds. After that, solidification takes place. Means cooling starts below its temperature. So the best example for solidification is how that ice is converted into that water is converted into ice cubes in refrigerators. The best example for solidification process. After that, we have to find the defects. Then it's sent to the inspection where the exact defects are there. Let's shown in the flow chart. A molding box preparation, a pattern making, core making, if you want the hollow shapes, then gating systems, maybe riser, runner, gates are required to flow the molten metal into the molding box. Here are required a green sand for preparing the mold. After that, pouring the molten metal into that molding box. Then a solidification takes place. After that, we get the casting. Some heating treatment can be done for the casting products. After that, cleaning and finishing, we get the required products. Now this we all say in the one animation video. We just see what are the required things here. A cope and drag box is required. See, pattern is required. Pattern nothing but a replica of the object. A green sand is required to fill the cope and drag. A rammer is required to ram the sand in the cope and drag box. A wooden strip is required to maintain the sand equally in the molding box. Fasteners are required to tighten both the boxes. Screws are required to remove the pattern from the molding box. Here, a riser and runner and gates are required to flow the molten metal into the molding box. And the most important is the molten metal. The hot molten metal is required to pour into the molding box. So these are the required things in the molding box. In bottom wooden board, first place the drag in reverse manner, drag box. Next, place the pattern exactly at the center. Then fill the green sand on the pattern. Make it plain by using wooden strip. By using rammer, equally ram the sand by using this rammer. The sand particles will be binded very rigidly. After that, reverse the drag box. Then over to fix the cope box. Again add the sand on the cope box. Remove the pattern. So remove the pattern. This we call as a cavity or mold. Next, place the core. By using core, we get the hollow structures where you don't fill the molten metal. Okay. Place the core. Then shift the cope box. Tight the cope and drag box. Then place the screw and riser. If you see in the two-dimensional figure, see the molten metal comes into the riser through runner. It fills the cavity. The excess will come up from the riser. See once again, the molten metal is coming through a screw. After that, gate. Then fill the cavity. Then the excess will come from the riser. Now leave for solidification. After that, we will get the final products. to remove the riser, runner, remove the screws, runner, riser, cope and drag box. Finally, trim all the products. Then we get the final object that we call as the casting. In this animation video, we seen how that sand casting takes place step by step. Next we say these are some components. This is the engine cylinder, a casing of the engine. By using casting process, these are the manufactured. Next is what are the advantages of the casting process. A molten material can flow into very small sections so that intricate shapes can be made by this process. As a result, many other operations such as machining, forging, welding can be minimized. Possible to cast practically any material, it may be ferrous or non-ferrous materials. The necessary tools required for casting molds are very simple and inexpensive. As a result, for production of a small lot, it is the ideal process. There are certain parts like turbine blades made from metals and alloys that can only be processed by using casting only. The size and weight of the products is not a limitation for the casting process. This is the most important of the casting process. We can manufacture a very big products by using casting process. With the help of molten material, the flow of molten material, it can flow very small sections. Due to this, we can produce the intricate shapes also. If say limitations of casting process, dimensional accuracy and surface finish of the casting made by sand casting process are limitations to this technique. Many new casting processes have been developed which can take into considerations the aspects of dimensional accuracy and surface finish. Some of these processes are die casting process, investment casting process, vacuum sealed molding process, and shell molding process. So by using casting process, we don't get the exactly a surface finish and accurate products. Some techniques are required to make it accurate. Metal casting is a labor intensive process. A number of labor requirement is more here. It is not a automatic technique process. It is all about the casting process and its steps involved in the sand casting process. Next we go to the solidification process that comes under in the steps of the sand casting process. Next video lecture I will start the solidification process.